Welcome back to more Space Quest 6, the Spinal Frontier. Alright, we just got done handing Jerkwad's ass to him with our little cheat technique. Hello.
Those are some interesting looking dudes. Must be a couple of real losers, since they seem to be dateless. Of course, that won't be a problem for you once word gets around that you've hit the planet. Can you believe he actually thinks that? That's the manager of this little slice of heaven. He looks like he's an expert on energy conservation. Mainly his. He seems to be ignoring you.
Excuse me. I'd like a room, please.
Really? I mean, really? Well, I think we got one or two for a couple of $100 buckazoids a night. In advance, you understand.
I believe I have a prepaid reservation provided me by StarCon.
I got no reservations from any StarCon. I got no reservations, period. I do a cash business. You want a room, call it the buckazoids.
So that's, 200. Well, okay.
200? Don't you listen, son? I said 300. That's 300 a night. And I don't include any weird pets. Them's extra.
I could have sworn you said...
You calling me a liar? I don't need no guff from the likes of you. This is the finest lodging on the planet, son. If you don't like the prices, you can just take your sorry, pinkish carcass out of here.
Well, 300? Okay. But give me your finest room then.
The finest room. Yeah, right. You got it, buckaroo. Best in the house. Coming right up. Pay up, and we're in business.
A lot of buckazoids for a room.
Okay, son, you just scribble your old Bill Shatner on the register screen and I'll get your key card. Just find a room as you'll find on this orb.
You have a brief moment of what you think is cleverness. You decide to wittily sign the name Franzel Neekberg.
Okay, here's your key card. Don't lose it. Room 1220J. Up the elevator. Franzel Neekberg. If I had a buckazoid for every time I'd seen that name, I'd be sitting pretty. I could afford one of those fancy fur-lined donut thingies that... But, what was I saying? Anyway, enjoy your stay. If you need anything, don't hesitate to tell someone.
Gee, thanks. Say, could you tell me where...
I'm a real busy guy, son. You got any questions, why don't you just go find the Chamber of Commerce and talk to them. I'm sure they'll be glad to help you out. Be seeing ya.
1220J.
Just as you are about to insert the key card so you can go inside and check out your new digs, you notice those two goony-looking dudes from the lobby walking in your direction at a rather deliberate pace. Perhaps they're going to welcome you to the place or show you where the ice machine is.
Hey there, pal. Got a second? Me and my friend here was wondering something.
Fire away. What did you want to know?
Well, we was wondering if you'd have any objection to us pounding you senseless. Grab 'em and let's get moving. I gotta report in soon. You puny little scumbag. I can't believe anyone would want you. One thing's for sure. You sure ain't gonna be seeing your home son ever again. Hey, Nigel, let's get back to it, huh? We got things to do and places to go. Now, just sit there and be still and be quiet, little man. I've got some things to finish before I finish you.
Uh-oh, Roger. You're in a predicament.
It's one of those wads of lard you ran into at the inn.
Baby, you made me wish I had 3 hands.
This alien woman looks to be in very bad shape. Her pupils are fixed and dilated. Her body is stiff, almost as if she's dead. And her skin looks tight and puffy, as if bodily gases are building up inside her. Bandages and patches appear in profusion all over her, and some of her seams look like they're about to give way. You make a mental note to come back and rescue this poor woman.
She's a blow-up. 3 titty blow-up doll.
Teddy Schmuckspin, a popular children's toy, sits on the floor. If you weren't a popular child, you didn't get one. It's the popular pin-up alien Krill McPherson, the one that poses all over time pods in Space Piston magazine. Just watch that McPherson strut. A beautiful thick shag carpet of Pelvis Brailsford, the rock and roll programming sensation, adorns the east wall of this grungy apartment. They ripped off an alien crossing sign. How sophomoric. Due to the planetary location of this unit, it can't keep a steady picture for very long. And as is universally known, the local cable company will get around to fixing it at their convenience. And who knows, you might get lucky and get another shopping channel or country western station in the process.
Hey, what the fu- I don't want to see you move another inch or I'm gonna slice you into nice little bite-sized pieces. Now, can it?
You are now a proud nail owner. Good thinking. The nail proves to be just what you needed to free yourself from those handcuffs. Don't get all excited, Little Red Riding Hood. You aren't out of those woods yet. Don't even bother looking in your pockets. You are carrying nothing. Nada, zip, zero, zilch. You get fingerprints all over it. You carefully lay the rug on the floor. Even though you were never known for your interior decorating talents, you feel very satisfied with the location you have chosen. Your body is now carrying a nice static charge.
Let's deliver it. Ooh!
Wow,
Shiny.
the static energy you built up discharged, frying Lard Boy's circuitry. Did you actually think of that, or was it just luck?
A little bit of both.
Smooth move. You've got his keyring. That wouldn't prove fulfilling. You now possess the Mahdi. This little unit is a portable dehumidifier. When you're a guy like Singent, who sweats like a bicranial crud snorter, you need one of these things going all the time. How groovy! They've got a neon sign for Spore beer. Spore yourself a tall, frosty one. It's Kathy Meyerland, an attractive model with gills from one of those stinky swamp-like planets like Madoria, or Slimyon, or Muxalon 4. This poster is from that new graphic novel series about the sewer worker who doubles as a psychic investigator. You think it's called Gabriel Norton. It's Cindy Crawfish, a beautiful merwoman and spokesmodel from one of those beach-strewn, wimpy, watery planets like Aquaria or Oceania or Wateria. Your search through the CDs reveals a bunch of typically boring multimedia magazines. A multimedia phone book. Too bad there aren't any phones around here. The Outpost Project Survival Guide. Successful People Managing Techniques by Carm Trebus. Funny.
Keep searching.
It's empty. MF-DOS for idiots, morons, and Phoebes. Turing Xenon on 5 buckazoids a day. Discovering your inner maggot. How to become assigned to being a corporate creative genius without really trying. This might be worth checking out. It's a copy of Popular Tektronics.
Minutes, I don't know.
The room seems to be either that. The room seems to be vibrating. Either that or...
Well, 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 the worm is out of the hole. So, you have to ask yourself, do I feel lucky? Well, do I, punk?
You poke and prod amongst the Mahdi's until you find a Mahdi labeled churlish. Being intrigued by the word, you glom it. Incidentally, you might want to look up the word churlish before you do anything stupid. The corner of the label in this Mahdi seems to be loose.
Interesting.
Thinking it was the churlish Mahdi, he pops it in place.
Whoa. Crazy. Doo dooby shibby, doobie doop da boo boogie woogie.
Wow, that's a signed poster of the lead singer for that country western band, Paul and Az.
Hall and Ass, not Hall and Oates, Hall and Ass.
It's just another picture of a heavenly body.
By the way, for those that are wondering, I am playing this off the CD-ROM, so that's why there's a pause. Because back in the day when you were playing these games, they actually, just the way the game was written, it actually had to pause. It doesn't matter if you had a 50 times CD-ROM, you were going to get pauses. So that's why there's a pause, even though I did the quote-unquote full install of 40 megabytes. So, but this is being played off the original Space Quest 6 CD. No GOG, no Steam, no emulation. This is the real deal, baby. As with all my Sierra games. Whoa! Holy Tostitos!
It's Nigel's belt, complete with a damping field actuator and a nifty personal grooming assistant.
Hey, groovy.
Boy, wouldn't it be cool if that really worked?
Alright, now we got a personal grooming assistant and a damping field actuator. Cha-ching!
Boy, this terrace is a nice change from the stink-laden confines of that apartment.
Thank goodness now that you've got that damping field shut off, you can check out that damping field controller unit so that maybe you can shut off that... Oh yeah, that's a real sound idea. You have no reason to check out the damping field controller unit now.
Alright, now we need a proud grandma data corder 900.
This button scrolls the information on the data corder's LCD view screen in a downward fashion. This button turns the data corder...
Okay, well, let's do stuff. Let's actually get shit done.
Don't open the data corder when it's switched on. Doing so could damage some of the delicate internal components, such as yours.
Holy shit, holy. Alright, we need to get this
Didn't that
programmed.
sound...
Wait a minute here. Take all these chips off. And by the way, if you need help with this, you need to get your book out that came with the game. It's called Janitorial Hotspots. But you gotta get all these chips in the right place. Yeah. Anyway, it's RF, TT, PS, FC, SC, then SPN chip,
You
DEN
missed.
chip, excuse me, FER chip, rep chip, and the DIN chip. And then your IRK should be 9, 7, 1, 5, and 3. Just like that.
This circuit board is not user serviceable. You don't want to void the warranty, do you? You should close.
Alright, let's close it. You know you've done it right when it says homing beacon there and scanning selector. And when this cutscene happens.
Hey!
Two.
Here's your fish!
Hey,
Stella,
baby.
you picked up my homing signal. I can't believe I actually made it work. Now no one can say I spent a little bit too much free time in the bathroom with Popular Tektronix.
Popular Tektronix, who are you trying to kid? I know what you were reading in there.
What was that voice, Roger? I thought I heard something.
Pay no attention, Stellar. It was probably just a mechanical flatulence from the ship.
Anyway, we received a transmission from a nearby StarCon communications monitoring platform. They told us of some unusual signal originating from the area of polysorbate 60. We dialed it in, scanned the coordinates, and found you.
So what are you doing in this sector, Stellar? I thought you were stationed on the SCS Heinz 57.
I am. I had some leave accumulated and decided to take it. This is kind of embarrassing for me. I actually came to see you.
Damn,
I've been
wrinklehead.
thinking about you a lot lately, and I was curious about what you'd been up to, so I decided to visit.
There's a fucking
And when I
Klingon.
arrived here, I found you had just left for shore leave on polysorbate. I decided to follow you down and try and catch up with you. When I got to that dump of an inn and found you'd been kidnapped by those thugs, I searched around, but could find no trace of where they'd taken you. That certainly is a strange place. I decided to beam back up to the deep ship and try to locate you through your transport communicator signal. When I'd returned, I found you'd left it up here on the ship. I didn't know what to do then until that call came through from the StarCon installation. You're a lucky man, Wilco.
Yeah. I guess I am. If you hadn't gotten there when you did, I'd probably be a victim of some serious cement poisoning after those geeks chucked me off that balcony.
Terrace.
What?
Well, actually, it was a terrace.
Whatever. Thanks, Stellar. I sure owe you a big one.
I'd sure like to collect that sometime. But let's talk
Alrighty
about
then.
you and me. Perhaps I could take you to dinner sometime soon.
I'd like that, Stellar. I'd like that a lot. The thing is that I kind of have a relationship with another, and I wouldn't feel very comfortable about that. I mean, it wouldn't be fair to her. You understand? Not to mention the fact I'd be wearing my sphincter for a necklace if Beatrice ever found out. I hope you do understand, Stellar. I like you. I
Sphincter
think I
necklace,
even
that's an
more than
idea.
like you. I don't know where I got this inordinate sense of loyalty toward Beatrice.
I believe the word that explains that is fear.
Pound sand, pal. Please know that were the situation any different, I'd be making that date with you right now.
She's got a nice little
Oh, I
lump for a
see.
bump.
Friends, co-workers, buddies. That's all this is gonna be. Guess I knew it somewhere inside. I just didn't want to believe it. I guess I admire your trueness of heart, however misplaced. But I feel much more inclined to damn you for it. I know that's selfish, but it's how I feel. I must admit it shows something more about you, more depth of character than I gave you credit for, Wilco. Well, I'm patient if you ever have a change of heart.
Yeah, okay.
Well, Roger, we should see what we can find out about those subhuman walking dumpsters that had such a keen interest in you. I don't suppose you heard their names.
No, but I did get this neat personal grooming assistant. It needs a little cleaning, but...
That's great, Roger. Don't clean it, though. Take it to the sick bay. There's a DNA analyzer there. We can scan the contents and perhaps use the results to get some names and information about these guys.
Good thinking, Stellar. I probably would have thought of it, eventually.
Yeah, I'm sure you would have, Roger. Look, I've got to go to sick bay and get some treatment for my back after that not-so-graceful rescue.
Oh, yeah, that. Sorry. Well, I'll see you there.
Commander, I am receiving a message from StarCon.
Computer on screen.
Hello, Commander Kilbasa. I have a new directive for Deep Ship 86. This is actually a special request from me, Commander. As you may know, I served with Admiral Bluntfang during the Fallopian Campaign. Admiral Bluntfang's widow is involved in building an off-world retirement community. They are almost finished, but have requested assistance from Deep Ship 86. Commander, please extend her every courtesy. You know, if things go well, this would not look too bad in your personnel file. I will let Sharpay, the Admiral's widow, explain further.
Hello, Commander Kilbasa. As Admiral Toolman mentioned, we have almost completed our project here, but could use StarCon assistance. To be honest, Commander, I pulled a few strings, but this is an important mission, I assure you. Since you are scheduled to be present for the dedication of the Golden Light Year's Retirement Center anyway, I hoped you might alter your travel plans to accommodate an earlier arrival. From the information provided me by my old friend, the Admiral, you would be able to warp here within a few hours. I require some assistance from your ship, as well as one of your crew members. Allow me to explain.
Meanwhile, back in sickbay...
Meanwhile, back in sickbay, that's me, Roger Wilco. But we'll have to pick up in another episode, folks. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more Space Quest 6.